is
champion.
Yeah, undisputed champion. Nigga, I was saying I need to get money. I need to get out of my situation. That's another thing why I say, like, once I get to, while I'm at this level, like, it's no point, like, it's no more point to prove to myself.
Swindle around and fight Jake Paul for this money. If you think I'm going to sit back by the wayside and sit there and be like, well, even though I'm contracted to fight this guy for this amount of money on this certain day, I'm just going to sit and be cool with, oh, he might not ever fight me, and he's going to go fight and get paid and get this money, and I'm not supposed to get anything?
Gervonta Davis has finally explained why he chose to fight Jake Paul instead of having a rematch with Lamont Roach. But things have started to heat up again, as Lamont Roach is now considering taking legal action against Davis for breaking their contract. In a recent interview, Tank said that even if he had fought Roach again, fans would still criticize him. So now he's doing what's best for him, getting paid.
Nah, Tank is a money fighter. Who's the bigger money fight for Tank? I don't think that's Shakur.
Who else would you think? Jake Paul?
Yeah, for sure, but I'm not even talking about fake boxing. Like, for sure, he gonna do that if that's this.
Before his fight with Jake, Tank has seemed less connected to boxing, but he revealed that this feeling started right after his draw with Roach. He said, "I don't want to say too much. I'm just doing what's best for me. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. This is the first camp where I can enjoy myself again." Even before the planned rematch with Roach, he admitted he didn't want to put too much energy into it.
I don't want to put a lot out there, but it's just, doing what's best for me and what's right for me. And I've been doing this for a little minute now. I've been doing it since
That answer didn't sit well with many fans. It sounded like Tank was avoiding the question. Lamont Roach quickly responded online, posting a meme of Lisa Simpson crying with the caption, "Every time he explains why he's fighting Jake." It was funny, but the message was clear. Roach was still upset.
Amongst boxing, pound for pound talent, and me, on the other hand, coming up from 130 to 135 to fight this monster. That's going to make me a 2-division world champ. That's going to make me 2-time world champ. And that's going to put me in the...
Roach's humor couldn't hide his frustration. He's still bitter that the rematch everyone expected disappeared. The moment Davis agreed to fight Jake Paul, when the fight was first announced, Roach posted online saying, "Told you all, duck." Duck, followed by for duck emojis.
Thing is, like, just handle the business right. That's all. Just handle the business right. Don't think you're going to do bad business with me and think it's just going to be okay. No, we're going to call you out every single time. Don't duck a fight with me and fight a YouTuber that's 200 pounds and think it's okay. It's not okay. I don't care what, unless you took the proper...
The situation has now moved beyond the ring. Roach has addressed whether he plans to take legal action against Davis for skipping their rematch. In an interview on Inside the Ring, Roach said he would not go to arbitration, even though he had that option. "I never said this publicly, but no, we're not going to arbitration," he said. "I'm very well taken care of." He didn't explain what that meant, but his tone suggested someone already made things right financially.
Were to go to arbitration, then what? Then you got to pay lawyer fees, or you put your promotional company in a hole where they have to back you because technically it's on them. They're the ones who putting on the fight. That's who I have the contract. That's who draws up the agreement, the contracts, or whatever the case may be. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy for you to do business-wise.
Roach publicly thanked Al Heyman, PBC, and Davis's team for fixing the situation. He said, "I want to thank Al Heyman, PBC, and everyone who made things right. Even though he messed up, they made things right for me." This confirmed that PBC likely paid Roach a private settlement to avoid court. It shows how boxing politics really work. When a big star like Davis takes a money fight, his team makes sure everything is handled quietly behind the scenes.
It don't look like that's gonna happen. For everybody that keep asking me, everybody be on every single boxing page, boxing source, you hearing it from the horse's mouth. It might not happen, or most likely not gonna happen for sure. Same, but I think he dodging God's plan. You know the dude, reach out. If you want to fight or you don't, simple. That's it. Not fact.
For Gervonta, this is personal. He has admitted that his motivation is fading. He's been boxing since childhood, built a strong record, and made headlines. Now he's more focused on financial comfort than legacy. In his eyes, he's earned that right. The fight with Jake is his way to cash out, stay healthy, and retire on his terms. But this decision has also raised a bigger question about modern boxing. What happens when money becomes more important than legacy?
Him and Tank Davis weren't friends. Him and Tank Davis weren't cool. They didn't really know each other like that. They were just cordial. This is a different cry from what he said about Tank Davis leading up to his first fight with Tank Davis. And I believe this because he realized how out of pocket he had been. He realized that, well, let me make it seem like it's not as out of pocket to shit on him after he gave me an opportunity.
Shocker Stevenson was one of the few fighters honest about this topic. He said he understands why Tank made the move, but he wouldn't have done it himself. Shocker explained that Tank came close to losing against Roach, and if he lost a rematch, his value would drop. By taking the Jake Paul fight first, he keeps his value high and sells more tickets.
Can you blame a man for taking that opportunity? Because this is prize fighting, right? It's about making money and securing your family. Can you fault him for that?
It's two sides of that. Like,
Okay.
it just depends. Like, as a fighter, just because I had a draw with somebody, for me, I may run it back. But in a business aspect, if you run it back and you lose to Lamont, and then
Terrence Crawford also shared his opinion. He said Jake Paul's size makes this a dangerous fight for Davis. Jake's way too big for Tank. Crawford said, coming from one of boxing's best technicians, that statement means something. Crawford wasn't mocking Davis. He was talking about simple physics. Jake's size, reach, and power make this a risky fight. In his view, it's not an easy option at all. It's a gamble.
What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over.